Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome to a movie vlog. We are back at the cinema again. I watched 7 movies in a couple of days last week. That was pretty crazy, but I enjoyed pretty much all 7 of them. And I'm excited for more because there's 2 new releases this weekend. Well, just a few days ago because it's Monday now, that I'm looking forward to watching. I'm not really into horror, but I'm watching Until Dawn. Why? Because I played the game, and the game was good. Even though it was scary, it was good. So I want to see the movie based on the game. Based on the trailer, it will be scary, but I'm ready for the jump scares. After that is what I'm a lot more excited for, is The Accountant 2. I watched The Accountant 1 fairly recently, did a reaction to it on Davidoff Films. You can see if you wish, I got a video up. I did a reaction to it. I watched the movie and it was really good. I was just like, wow, it was amazing. Ben Affleck made a good movie. With John Bernthal, and now they're making the sequel, and it's been a long time. Obviously, people that watched it when it first came out, it's been a very long time. I think over a decade since the last one came out, so there's a long time coming, and it's got good reviews, critics, audiences. Generally speaking, people do like it, so that's a good sign. Obviously, I judge it for myself, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm fairly confident that I will enjoy it. I'm very excited about The Accountant 2, and it's basically about a guy who's autistic, but also very good at killing. It's a lot more complex than that. There's a lot more layers to it. But that's the character Ben Affleck plays, and it's actually really good. And also John Bernthal is his brother, who is not autistic, he's just his brother. But they have a violent past with their father, and there's this whole crazy story behind it in the first film. And this is going to be a very interesting sequel because it includes characters like J.K. Simmons and the other police officer, I can't remember her name, from the first movie. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's good. And yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what they do with the story, because obviously you've got the brothers reconnecting storyline. But apart from that, like, who are the antagonists? What are they about? Are they new antagonists, or are they related to the people from the first film? I guess we'll find out. But I'm very excited for that, for sure. But before that, Until Dawn, which hasn't got as good reviews, but again, I always judge for myself. So there we go, we watched that one first. I got a 6:20 p.m. showing for that one, and then it should end at 8:23. Neither film has after credit scenes. I always check online before I go anyways. If it's release date, it's a bit harder to find it, but generally speaking, I always go online to check because I want to know if I need to stay or not. It should end at 8:23. The Accountant 2 showing will be at 8:30. Last showing of the night, so there is that. So yeah, it's going to be a nice night, and tomorrow I got a nice surprise for you. Some people already know what the surprise is, but there'll be another vlog for Tuesday. This will be up on Tuesday, but there'll be another vlog I'm doing on Tuesday that'll be up on Wednesday, and that's not movie related, it's something else, but I'm very excited for that. We are out here. So, Until Dawn synopsis. So there's people stuck in a house in a sort of time loop. And there's an evil killer trying to kill them, and every time they die, the threat gets worse, and they've got to relive through the same nightmare again and again. But the deaths are not unlimited, but the deaths are limited. So they got to find their way. So the way to win the game and escape is to survive until dawn, hence the title. I don't remember the game being like that. All I remember about the game was surviving until dawn and then getting out. I need to not replay the game, I need to rewatch the story of the game, because I can't remember a time loop. I don't know if that's added just for the film, or does it really matter? I don't know. But yeah, movie time was 6:20. It was almost 6:30, but there'll be adverts, so I'll be all right. Plus, on a Monday evening, I just booked my ticket, and like there was like one other person booked in there, so yeah, might be pretty quiet night tonight. I don't update their posters often enough. Like this one's been here for probably years. A rollover hot dog is nice and hot as well. Feels piping hot actually, to enjoy my film. I'm gonna get terrified, I'm sure. I'm very prone to jump scares, but here we go, upstairs, screen 14. There's no one around, bro. Well, that was a little bit terrifying. A little bit too terrifying. That was crazy. There's multiple antagonists. There's like a crazy guy. There's like zombie, kind of zombies, I guess. And there's these crazy freaks of nature as well, and there's just a man. Yeah, much as I can say without, spoiling too much. But that was terrifying. There's a few jump scares that really got me, even before the action really started. There was a couple of jump scares at the start that got me as well, and it was just like, one was just a car honking, and I'm just like, flip's sake, if that's getting me, then I'm in for a long ride. This movie was 1 hour 43 minutes. It felt like longer because there was so many terrifying jump scares and some very scary scenes. So the horror part of it was good, I guess, because the thing is, like, I'm easily scared by scary movies, so I don't know if I'm the best parameter to judge that. But yeah, they got to survive till dawn, and it's a bit more of a story behind it because one of the characters, it's 5 characters, one of the characters, her sister went to the same place and went missing, so that's why they ended up there to investigate, and they got caught up in the same trap. And yeah, it's a story about, they've got limited amount of lives, they constantly respawn after dying some gruesome deaths, and each time the deaths get different. Like, it's not the exact same experience every time. And yeah, they got to find a way out, and there's some points where they could get out, but by sacrificing people, and they want to try and get out altogether. So there are times where they're very close to the dawn, then decide to give it another go. So yeah, this is very eerie, by the way. Look at this. There's people downstairs, but it's literally me. There's a guy up there to scan tickets in. There's people downstairs. There's not even any music playing. It's very... Oh, there's someone there. It's very eerie still. It's just very weird. There's not even any music, which is good because I normally review outside because the music gets copyrighted, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Even if you're just walking down a street and they're playing music in a store, you get copyrighted for that, and it's just... That's why I film my reviews outside normally, but this is nice. But it just feels weird, no people here, and I just watched a horror movie that was quite scary. And to come out and there's no people here, it just feels weird. I need to... Because I even did I did a stream playing the game years ago, right? I don't remember it enough. I just remember you got to survive until dawn. I wonder how similar this was to the game, because I honestly can't remember. Because I remember in the game there was a group of people, and you control, I think, one of them, and you would make decisions, like you'd make choices. So there'd be like 5 different endings to the game, depending on your choices. I don't remember constantly respawning after dying. I don't remember that part. But yeah, I don't know what to rate it because I don't really like horror. I only watched this because it's based on the game made by PlayStation that I played. That's the only reason I watched it. Otherwise, I would not have seen it. So I'm thinking to myself, what do I rate this? I don't even like horror. It's my least watched category. Like, I like every category better than horror. I really don't like horror at all. Really don't like it. So I'm thinking to myself, how do I judge this, considering I don't even like the category? Well, it was scary for me. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. Because obviously it's my own personal review, and like, I did not enjoy getting scared constantly, so I can't give that a high rating, to be honest. Yeah, I'll give it a 6. Yeah, it was a movie. It was a movie, so we'll leave it at that. Next up is a movie I'm a lot more excited for, and that's The Accountant 2. There's only one other person in the cinema with me until dawn. The Accountant 2, I just booked my ticket, and there's like 5 people booked in there, so a little bit more. I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a very good film, but I've got to see it first, obviously, to judge that. But I'm very excited. Like, I'd be surprised if I was disappointed by this, but obviously we shall see. But I'm looking forward to this. Ever since I watched the first one, which was only a few weeks ago, I've been very excited for this. And some people have been waiting years for this one, so I'm looking forward to it. Ben Affleck and John Bernthal as well, 2 actors I'm a big fan of. And they were great in this first film when they interacted towards the end. This movie, they're going to interact for pretty much the whole movie, so I'm very excited to see the chemistry between them. And I look forward to, hopefully, a very good film. So, yeah, The Accountant 2. Let's do this. I'm probably going to see this. I didn't even know it was coming out until last week. Oh. But, I mean, I've seen The Amateur, but there's a Superman advert right there. And I was going to be like, I'm going to see that, guys. But it's not there anymore. But I'm going to see Superman. Still feels weird, this. Like normally, like there used to be a Starbucks here, to be fair. So normally this floor is usually quite like there's people here, but not today, not today. So I'm in screen 12, which is also upstairs. Very convenient. There's also this view right here, right on the cusp, right on the end of the cinema. Right, shall we go up? The Starbucks was right there. Now there's nothing. But a lot of plug points. I wonder if they work. I went down to get nachos. I thought, hey, the queue's not going to be that long. I went down, there were a couple queues. They weren't that long. There were like 2 people in each queue. I chose the queue on the right. The queue on the left, there's a group of friends that took ages. But I should have, there's a woman behind them. I should have stood behind a woman. Instead I stood in the right queue, and the left queue filled up. And I was just like, never mind. Because I stood in the right queue, right? And I was the third person. There was a couple, and then there's a random guy, and then there's me, right? Me and random guy are waiting, the couple in the front. They ordered a drink, and then he got the drink and came back, and they ordered tickets. I'm just like, why don't you just order tickets? And then, anyway, they ordered tickets to Sinners, good movie, I'm sure they'll enjoy it. They got their Sinners tickets, and then they decided, I want 2 large drinks. I'm just like, why didn't you ask them when you ordered other food earlier? Then they ordered 2 large drinks, and he's just like, what flavour do you want? Blah, 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 customer service stuff. And then the guy said, large popcorn. I'm just like, flip's sake. So you're ordering something, waiting for them to bring it to you, then ordering movie tickets, then ordering something else, waiting for them to bring it to you, bring the 2 drinks to you, fill up the drinks, and then, hey, I want a large popcorn. Every time the guy asks you want anything else, they actually want something else. I'm just like, what the you know what, I'm going up. Screw this. I'm sure the other guy was probably going to be quick as well, but anyway, time to go enjoy my film on the 3rd floor without nachos. I was looking forward to the hot cheese sauce. Never mind.
All this fuss, but you gotta know when to back down, or it could get a whole lot.
That was good, man. Like, really good. I think even straight away I'd give it a 9 out of 10. A really good action movie. A bit of a slow burner as well, but it worked really well. I think the drama as well is really good. It takes place about 8 years after the first movie. I like the way it ends, partly because of the I don't know, it feels familiar with the first one. That's all I will say. How do I say things without spoiling? Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal together are just brilliant. It's really funny as well, because obviously Ben Affleck has this condition in this film, and he's very awkward because of it. So the conversations they have is funny, and there's a scene when they both go to a bar, and the way they talk to people is hilarious. There's a weird scene at the start where there's a speed dating scene. I'm just like, what on earth am I watching here? But apart from that weird scene at the start, really good film that I really enjoyed. The villains are intriguing, not connected to the first movie. The villains are to do with like trafficking and stuff, and things to do with Central America. So yeah, it goes quite deep into that. And there's this other character, this woman, who is a very important person of interest, who's quite dangerous as well. And yeah, Medina does her stuff. Medina's in this. She obviously it's in the trailer, but she asked them for help to find missing people, to help with the case. She finds the accountant, and the accountant gets his brother to help, and they go on this crazy journey to take down this massive gang, this evil gang. So yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10. I think it was good. I think it was a really good movie, really good action movie, and I'm considering going back to see it again, to be honest. That was really awesome. The action was good. The action was really good. The fight scene, especially at the end, it was pretty good. But what I liked the most was the comedic side of it, like the way, because I love buddy cops. I love the buddy cop style sort of action comedy where 2 people who don't particularly get along that well have to work together. Obviously in this case it's a bit different because it's not just 2 strangers who don't get along, they're literally brothers with like a very emotionally disconnected relationship, a dysfunctional relationship. And I really like how they bounce off each other in that regard. I'm a big fan of like buddy cop style movies, like Rush Hour, Bad Boys. This is obviously very different in tone to those movies. Lethal Weapon, another one, but yeah, like The Accountant is very different tone to those movies. But I really like the buddy cop style of this, and some of the interactions they have, especially considering one of them's autistic and very awkward, and he's not very good at conversation. Is extremely awkward because of his condition. So the way they talk to each other sometimes is just really hilarious, especially the first time they meet again in this film. So yeah, 9 out of 10, really good movie, and there you go. So now, I am out of here. There you go, the logo's right there. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.